Okay guys, here's the situation. If you're new to OpenBSD and even if you have big hard drive, still you're gonna be puzzled how it's possible that after installation of couple of, let's say, bigger packages, you don't have enough space on your hard drive. Well, you do have space, but when you were installing OpenBSD, you were using auto partitioning process. So in this tutorial, we're gonna learn how to customize that partitioning. So we're gonna do these things manually, and this is basically test layout that I'm gonna have on my virtual system, 40 gigs totally. And if you want to learn more about this thing, then you can read pages about layout of this file system on OpenBSD if you have a little bit of time. But yeah, let me repeat. So this is just test layout on my virtual machine. So let's have this practically done. Right. So let's have this right here, and we're gonna create new system, OpenBSD, in this case 6.8, type BSD, of course, version 64-bit, that's cool. I'm gonna allocate 4 or something gigs of memory to that, nothing special. We're gonna create a virtual hard disk, okay, disk image, virtual box, that's cool, and dynamic allocation, right. Now, let's boost this thing to 40 gigs. So I'm gonna just type 40 here. There you go. Create, and that's it. Right. Let's go to settings, because we need to change boot order. Optical drive will be first, and the processors, we're gonna allocate 3 of them to this machine. We're gonna boost video memory, and we need to click here on empty image, because we now need to find ISO here. Install 68 in this case. So if, well, you definitely know how to do this if you are in this tutorial anyway. So let's just click on it. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Let's start rolling. And in a split of a second, we're gonna have something here or on another monitor. Yeah, right here. Okay, so hopefully everything will be fine. Boot process. And then we now need to answer a couple of questions. Let me minimize this. Even I can boost this a little bit, maybe not too much, something like that. Okay, something like that. Just a second, I need to align this thing. Okay, so installation, keyboard layout will be default, system hostname, foo, network interfaces done, DHCP for IPs, this will be done in a split of a second. I don't have version 6 of IP, okay. Network interfaces, we are done. DNS domain name, well, my domain, that will work for now. Password, and again, start SSH by default, yes. Okay, sure, we can have X Windows system, yes. Do you want the X Windows system to be started by XenoDM? No. Set up a user, yeah, this is boring, but we need to do it, okay. So user and password, and again, okay, allow root access, yes. Time zone, who cares? Which disk? Okay, here we need to be careful, okay. So we're gonna use whole disk for whole 40 gigs. So we're gonna press enter here for default to confirm things. So did I press that? Oh yes, whole. Now here we will type C, okay, for custom layout. So C, uppercase C, I think. And now we need to do stuff manually. So if you type question mark here, you're gonna see what kind of help we can have here, but before that, this is our arrangement at the moment. Okay, so we will never use C in our calculations. C will always be unused, okay. So we need to change structure of that. Right. Because at the moment var is just 4 gigabytes and user is just 4 gigabytes. That's maybe not that much useful. Anyway guys, if you press question mark here, you're gonna have all these options, like with a small lowercase e, we're gonna add partitions, all these things we have here, and then when we are done, we're gonna check what's happening with P, which means print partition, and then we will get out with D, I think. No, D, C, just a second. Oh, no, sorry, it's Q, quit and save changes, and then everything will start rolling normally. Anyway, enough theoretical stuff. Let's add with lowercase a partition. So let's do that. A, there must be space here, oops, and enter. So don't calculate anything here, just press enter. A size, well here, because I have 1 gigabyte in my table, like a table, I'm gonna just type here 1G. I need numlock on keyboard. Right, so 1G and enter. Don't type anything here, so just leave it, just press really slowly enter for next line. Okay, mount point none. Well, here just use slash. Okay, so exactly what I have here. Right, so enter, and there you go. And if you want to see what's happening, just press P. See, we do have that partition created. So let's create partition B for swap. A stands for create new partition, target is B, and don't mess around with offsets, it's not necessary. Enter, size will be also 1G, enter, leave it here default, and yeah. So the next thing is D, so AD, that's what we are going to create, but let's check what's happening with P. There you go guys, you have A and B here. Okay, so we're gonna add D partition because we are not messing around with C, and don't mess around with offset. Size will be 3 gigabytes in my table, and enter, and mount point will be /tmp. Okay, enter. Let's check what's happening with P. There you go, we have A, B and D, and that's cool for now. And C, mount point temporary here. Alright, so let's add E. It will be how much? E, it will be 11 gigs, and it will be var. Okay, P to check stuff. There you go guys. And this is kind of boring, but that's what we need to do. Next thing is F. Size will be 11 gigs, and that will be for user USR, SSSR, enter. And yeah, next one will be for G. Size will be 5 gigabytes, and mount point will be USR local. This is advisable in documentation, I read that, okay? So to have dedicated local partition. Enter. Okay, and the final one, relatively big one, H, size 8 gigabytes, and mount point will be home. Enter. And guys, that's it. So now let's check with the P what's happening. There you go, we have everything pretty much here. Temporary var, user local, home. We do have swap, and we do have slash. Okay, primary one. So now I think I need to press Q. I think just a second. Yeah, quit and save changes. So Q and write new label. Yes. And there you go guys, that's pretty much done. No errors, I think. No errors, right? So yeah, location of sets, enter. Now you know how to do this up till now. exactly like when you have automatical arrangement of partitions, auto layout. Right, enter. I'm gonna grab everything and continue without verification, yes. And this will be done, I don't know, in 2 or 3 minutes, so I'm gonna pause this video at the moment and grab a little bit of water. Where is my mouse? Oh, here. Okay, let's press done. I mean enter, time appears wrong, enter, making all device nodes, and now we need to restart our machine. So let me here go to file and close, but I need to wait for a bit here. I don't want to crash system while installing. Probably this will be done in a couple of seconds. I'm expecting that blue background for final line. Hopefully. Come on. Alright, so reboot, enter, and yeah. Okay. I need to be quick here, close. Please don't crash on me. Power off machine. And now I need to change boot order. Oh, it's not that one. Just a second. Just a second, I have 2 of these open. For some stupid reason, I don't know why. Let me get out from here. Just a second. Right. So settings and system and hard disk must be first. Okay. Let's start our machines. Our machine. And then we will check what's happening with partitions. And then we can install something big. Right, enter. So if you want to check what's happening, you can install Chromium and Firefox and HFCE, something big, you know, just to confirm that this is cool. Right. Reordering libraries. Well, it's the first boot, so it must be a little bit slower. Nothing critical, anyway. Okay, root and password, and I have mail, that's fine. Let's let's start the graphical interface, and then we can align this a little bit like that. Just a second. Right, so let's log in again. And let's change background. Shift plus 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 couple of times in terminal, and then DF. And yeah, that's pretty much our alignment. It's kind of confusing, so DFH for human readable results. So what we have here, let me see. A 1 gig, okay, 100 megabytes used, that's cool. 11%. H, what was H? Home, okay, 0%, that's cool. D was temporary, 0%. And user 13%, well, okay. And var 0% of usage. Well, that's cool. Okay, so let's grab something big, like in another terminal, just to see, you know, what's happening. For example, package add verbosity hfce, and I think it will be fine with installation. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this video. I don't want to waste your time, basically. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay guys, we are done with this big download, and let me see what was happening in between. Yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of packages. Anyway guys, let me check what's happening with the size of the hard drives, I mean partitions. So exit from here, and then here we're gonna just repeat a command from a couple of seconds ago. And yeah, what's happening now? We do have 39% of local fulfilled. So this is big jump. But what you're gonna do? Anyway guys, this was just, test so you can learn how to do these things manually. Of course, this here table, kind of table, is just an example what you can do. So it depends about your needs. Of course, first couple of times you're gonna experiment, then you're gonna mess things up. Don't worry, just experiment with virtual machines, and then when you're fine, then just switch to like real hardware or something like that. You cannot broke anything, So yeah, if you have time, you can choose to grab Firefox, Chromium, some big games, I don't know, and see where those things will end up on a system. Right? Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna shut down. Shut down H now. That's pretty much it in this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and see you next one.